And welcome back. I'm Twinkle and we are playing the Technomancer. Last time, a lot of stuff happened. We were labeled traitors to abundance. We were forced to escape by taking our friend Amelia. Well, not really our friend. We took Amelia's rover at gunpoint with the help of Nisha and Scott, and we escaped to the mythical city of Noctis, which is where we're at now and where we will pick up our story. This guy almost killed us by exposing us to the sun's deadly radiation, but we were able to stop him in time and kill all of the animals that were blocking our way. And now we are kind of free to get out and explore and see what lies in front of us. And we are now in Noctis.
Hey, mister. You got a minute?
Yeah, hold on a second, buddy. I think that this is honestly the coolest city in the game. There's only 3 of them, so out of the 3, this one's definitely much cooler. And the other one's pretty cool too. I really don't like... I understand all the attention to detail that they put into Abundance, but I like this much, much cooler. I really, really like the kind of scrapped look that they mix with a Middle Eastern influence that you'll see later. It's super cool, and I love the music. And this is the part of the game where, like, all of the stuff that we have been kind of working on and investigating, it's going to start to come full circle, and we're actually going to start having things that actually matter now, rather than just kind of blindly doing busy work for our friends and associates in the name of experience. Although experience is good, we need more experience. Without experience, we wouldn't have been able to get as far as we have been getting. So of course, first thing we're going to do in our city is start robbing them and picking all their locks, because that's what you do in an RPG. You bust into everyone's house and you steal all their shit that isn't nailed down. So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to be sure to try to get some of these introductory... we are going to have to do side quests, unfortunately.
Guess we're going around.
I'm on the other side, whatever. So what we're going to do is we are going to try and knock out whatever quests that we can find. And there's only like 1 or 2, don't worry, but we want to get them done now because we need Scott to help us out, and we're not going to be using Scott much longer. In fact, once he's helped us with these quests that we have to do, we're basically never going to use him again. He'll still be a relevant part of the story, but as you can tell, he kind of sucks in combat. Like, the best thing he can do is passive health regeneration for your teammates and yourself, which you can do with 1 point in science, and occasionally throw you a healing dart when like you really need it. So let's get this done and then get him out of the party for newer and better companions that we are about to meet.
You Zachariah Mancer? You are, aren't you? You're helping out the merchant prince, right?
I guess. Yeah, what's going on?
I don't. My partner died a few days ago. Got sick, just all of a sudden. A lot of folks catching it, but no one cares now because it's only killing refugees. They don't care about us or what's causing it. They don't care that we all seem to be catching it. Sick and dead everywhere, everywhere. No remedy or nothing. Only one who seems to care or help is that preacher son. He can't heal everyone. He's just one fella.
Preacher's son healing the sick.
Sure enough. Boy's known for performing miracles. I ain't religious, even less now that my heart, my soul, my love was taken. So I don't know if it's true. Just telling you what I've heard.
Miracles? Mystic or medical? Zealot or scientist? Who holds the key? Who knows? Who knows anything but this? An epidemic spreading among the refugees would have catastrophic effects. Dangerous, bizarre. I need more information. Symptoms only affecting the refugees, you say?
I don't know. It seems like, but I don't. It's why we, all the refugees, not just me, need your help. We gotta find what's causing this disease and get a cure real quick. No one around here has much, and now they're even losing their lives. You gotta help us.
I'll see what I can do. What were your wife's symptoms?
I don't know. I ain't a doctor, but a lot of stomach stuff, cramps, throwing up, just pain everywhere. She was even starting to see stuff that wasn't there. Talking crazy. It was awful.
What about everyone else who's sick?
Most are poor like us, around the neighborhood of the gates. Left the corporations with nothing. Arrived here with nothing. Now they're dying because they can't even afford a doctor.
Let me go talk to other refugees and see what I can find.
Thank you, Mr. Mancer.
So, one thing that I should talk about while we're walking around, getting this thing settled out, is that where do these animals come from that we're seeing? Well, they're actually all mutated strains that were introduced to
Fortunately, this
Mars
is beyond my skill
by
level.
the first settlers that came here from Earth to try to find, I guess, just to introduce animals and hopefully create like an ecosystem. I can tell you that that's kind of not exactly how science works, in my opinion. Not that I'm a scientist or anything, but it seems like they'd find a better way to do it than just randomly throwing animals out into the sun's radiation and seeing what lives and what dies. But anyway, here's our refugee. Let's talk to him.
Hey, let me ask you a few questions.
Sure. Why not? What do you want to know?
You know the man beside you?
Of course. He's a friend.
How you feeling?
I don't know. Fine, I guess. All things considered. I don't think I'm sick right now, but I've been real tired looking after him. Don't sleep so well lately because of it.
What's he been up to since he came to knock this?
Well, we haven't been here for too long now. No steady work and no serum. So what he'd do is the odd jobs here and there when he could find them. Same as most of the rest of us. We all sleep in here. Hang around the city the rest of the day, that's about all of it. Not much else to tell, honestly.
Think he could have eaten something that made him sick?
Maybe. I don't really know. He's been eating a lot from the community soup, I know that.
You haven't?
Well, I woulda, but first time I gone there, I got in an argument with the religious fella that runs it. About religious things and such, you know. So, I don't come back. Not really welcome. Found other ways to stay fed.
What are his symptoms?
Stomach aches real bad. Yeah, he, has trouble, you know, holding it in, if you know what I'm saying.
The symptoms seem to align with cholera. Worrisome. Could be the start of a terrible outbreak, but could also be foodborne, perhaps too. Maybe from the community soup so many of them feed themselves from. Contamination, or even poison?
Well, it won't be a hard theory to test. Nearly everyone eats the community soup. Good or not, it's free. And free's all most can afford.
We need to talk to whoever's making the soup. Thank you.
Sure enough. You're welcome. Gonna take him to the preacher's son soon. Here he's been healing folks left and right.
Let's continue playing detective here to figure out what's going on.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, my stomach. Oh, my stomach.
I'm trying to figure out what's making everyone sick. Can I grab a blood sample from you? It'd help a lot.
Yeah. If it helps find a cure. Take all you want. Ah.
I should be able to use this to see what's making all those people sick.
So, normally, you'd have to do it yourself, but because we have Scott, we can just have him do it for us. Thanks, Scott.
This is a sample of a sick man's blood. Can you analyze it for me?
I don't see why not. Unless it's some special sort of unanalyzable plasma, the likes I've never encountered before. Like that sandwich I ate. And like anything I've ever... I digress. Yes, the analysis. I will get right to it. Here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, whoever gave this blood. I cannot imagine the pain he must be in with this level of arsenic. If he doesn't stop eating it, Zachariah, he will die. Tell him that. And give him a decoction of Allia Martis. A great antidote for such poisoning.
These people were poisoned. Had to be the community soup. Need to take a sample, run some tests, and find out what's in it.
Hopefully Bub there heard us talking about it, because we can't tell him. But before we do that, let's talk to this merchant.
The most exotic.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so what she's got, she sells armor, and we're going to need her armor later. If we didn't need the exploration bonus on our goggles, we could go for this Aurora Technomancer mask, which would give us fluid regeneration, a lot of it. But instead of that, we're going to pick up the targeting goggles, which are going to give us that exploration bonus and 2 more protection. Awesome. While we're here, we are also going to pick up a sickle knife. Now, let's see what we have to sell. We only need 1 iron hammer, so I'm going to sell off the one with disruption on it. We don't need either of these. We'll keep that. We only need like 1, so we'll keep that. I'll sell that. We don't need that. There's Jeffrey's helmet. Wow, she's really animated. Let's get that awesome new targeting goggles on. And then we'll put the... Actually... We'll put Jeffrey's helmet on Nisha. Because Nisha's one of the... She's one of the allies that we're going to want with us all the time. Because if we can get our reputation up with her, her bonus is lockpicking. So, there we go. If we can get her to really like us, she'll let us get access to level 3 chests without having to spend a point in it ourselves. And, you know, like, she's okay in combat. She's not the best, but, it, you know, like, I can take care of most everything myself. I just need meat shields / friends to take all the hits for me. So, if she doesn't mind standing in like that, I am okay letting her take the hits for me. Actually, I kind of like that on him because it looks cooler. And I don't plan on using him in combat again, so whatever. Yeah, we'll let her keep Jeffrey's helmet. Now, let's go over to that community soup and see what Scott has to say about that. The cool thing about Jeffrey's helmet is a lot of physical resistance, and there's no requirements. Anybody can use it. So, we can't because of we need that exploration so we can get as much awesome loot as possible, but there's no reason we can't give it to one of our teammates and help them be better meat shields for us.
You work here?
Yep, I help cook.
You eat here too?
Yes, of course. But only a little. I have a weak stomach, so I don't eat everything that's offered. Why?
I'm sure you've heard about all the refugees getting sick. There's a chance it's coming from your food.
Oh, my. I couldn't imagine how. I just take what they give me and cook the dishes how I'm told. That's all. I don't add anything. So the disease must be coming from somewhere else.
Who gives you the food?
Well, I mean, it all comes from the parish donations given to the preacher's family. Real good people, you know. They can't have anything to do with it. Their son actually heals the sick. So don't go pointing a finger at them, you hear me? It ain't in the food that's making people sick. I'll tell you that.
Well, we'll see about that. Now, we have to analyze one of these. If I can, there we go.
Let's analyze this and end the mystery.
Now, same thing. We're just gonna give our handy Scott something to do.
Here's a sample of the community soup the refugees are eating. Need to know if it's got arsenic in it.
I don't like soup, Zachariah. It makes me sweat when I eat it. Unless it's cold soup. Even then, I don't like it. Never trust a man who eats or makes soup. That's a fact.
Maybe you could just put that back to test with a little science? Actual experimentation on the sample?
Fine. Just as I said. And yet another reason to hate soup. It's laced with garbage like arsenic. Who would feed such a dish to the poor, Zachariah? Tell me that.
This wasn't a disease. This was poisoning. And that soup's the source. And I doubt it's a coincidence that the source of both the soup and the antidote is the preacher's son.
So it sounds like the preacher's son is actually using the poisoning to draw more people to him so he can cure them. To, I guess, convert people to the faith. Either way, not exactly a very friendly thing to do. But, you know, maybe he's got another reason. Maybe he's got a really good reason for killing people with arsenic. Let's see.
What the hell would possess you to poison all those refugees? What did they ever do to you to deserve that?
Have you ever been adored by people? How generous they can be when you save their lives. When they believe that you healed them, they flocked to my father's temple. Why wouldn't I have done it?
Because people died, and a lot are still suffering.
You're pathetic. Maybe so. But better to be disgusting than stupid.
That lady better get out of the way.
Sooner or later.
Or she's about to get caught in the crossfire.
Do what I'm paying you for. Kill him!
Oh wow, he didn't get knocked down. He's got grenades too. Jeez.
Stop! No, stop! I'm rich! Everyone respects my father in Noctis. Let me live, and he will pay you all the serum you could ever want.
So, this is important. You want to let him live, and you don't want to take the serum because you'll need... This will affect a quest later on.
I'm not gonna kill you. Enough people have died already. What you're gonna do is give the antidote to every refugee you made sick, and never go within a block of that community soup again. We clear?
Yes, of course. Sure. Antidote for everyone, yeah, and I promise not to do anything like that ever again. How stupid, I swear. Thank you.
Don't thank me. I already regret not making you pay dearly.
Oh, right. Let's go turn this in real quick. That's actually one of the quicker quests. So we... Chapter 1 was just bloated with fucking side quest shit that we had to do for days and days and days. And even though there's lots of side quests that we're going to have to do, it's not going to be nearly as many that we had to put up with. Most of them are going to be ones that we'd have to do anyway, or ones that we want to do to help out our relationship with our companions.
You find a cure yet?
I did. Except it's an antidote, not a vaccine. You'll find stocks of the plant that will help you heal everyone in the preacher's son's neighborhood. It's all over now. Don't worry.
Thank you, Mr. Mancer. Thank you so very much.
No problem, dude. We only got 25 for that, but that's okay. So yeah, we actually, I didn't mention it before, but we picked up an upgrade that gave us another slot of fluid. So now, we can do some really crazy shit. Like, we can go Lightning Storm into Lightning Bolt, which is pretty sick. I plan on picking up another passive that's going to change that, so don't get too used to it. But for now, it's pretty cool. And definitely something I want to take advantage of while we have it. But the thing is that you don't regenerate fluid while you're using abilities, and having that extra slot is just like upfront DPS. Like, it doesn't make that big of a difference in the long run. So it's not as powerful as it might seem. So don't get any impressions.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate time. I just stocked new merchandise.
So this guy is the components merchant. And if you look, he's got good metal, he's got good leather, he's got electrical parts. This guy had all the stuff that we needed before, but we couldn't get in abundance. So now, with this and our second level in crafting, plus our crafting jacket, we can craft whatever we want up to level 2, which is awesome. And you know what? We're just going to buy everything, because we're going to need it. Even if not for ourselves, for crafting things for our allies. Because I do plan on using pretty much everybody except for Scott now, at some point. And you know, just the opportunity to show him off. So yeah, we'll definitely be coming back to that guy to talk to him about stuff. Now, let's get up in here, and this right here is actually the hub where all our companions meet up. So if we ever want to change our team, this is where we go.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. I apologize once again for having to play this role in front of you, but the situation was a difficult one, and I could not risk blowing my cover.
I understand. You're one of Dandolo's spies too?
No. I work for my people, even if Dandolo was a precious ally. I was in Ophir to plan an escape, but it was not exactly what I wanted to tell you about. I would like to offer you my services.
You're also a mercenary?
No. I am not interested in serum, and a Technomancer ally, yes. It is rare for mutants to know someone with your talents. So if you need a hand or any information, you know where to find me. And maybe I will ask for your services once in a while.
Alright.
So, I'm gonna take... Normally I don't pry about, because there's like lots of stuff for you to find, but I think this is kind of important, so...
What really happened with your mother? I must say I didn't understand much. That stone? The police's arrival?
My mother was helping me as much as she could to carry out my mission. She would provide me with information, sometimes hide mutants on the run before they could leave the city. She was a wonderful woman, Zach, but someone turned her in. Fiorello heard and raced to get me out with your aid. Though how I yearned to save her, to get to the slums to warn her. But I knew I could not. You, though, could. The stone was a token of recognition. She knew what it meant. If she was turned in, she had to leave as soon as possible. And if she couldn't, the drawing was made with an ink made of jellyfish venom.
But why give her that poison?
I didn't want her to die, Zach. I loved my mother. But I knew what the ASC would do to her in their jail. If they caught her, she needed a way to avoid being tortured.
Wow. Yeah, holy shit. One more reason to hate the ASC. Now, before I talk to my teammates, make sure you quick save here because you... Yeah.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
You don't want to say the wrong
Hello,
things.
Amelia.
You want these guys to like you as much as possible. So don't talk about her childhood. She hates it. She'll hate you. You'll lose points with her reputation.
Besides your rovers, what else makes you happy here, man?
Nature. Not the bugs or animals and stuff, but the landscapes, you know? Sunsets, mountains scraping the sky, red water trickling down the hills in the spring, gray lichen floating in the morning breeze. Back in Ophir, I used to take the rover out before sunrise just to take it all in. Always managed to put things in perspective, you know? How small we all are.
Amelia the poet philosopher. Who'd have thought it?
Why you gotta be a smartass?
Aha, I'm not. I was being... Just never saw that side of you. The passion. Makes me want to take a rover out before dawn tomorrow.
Well, let's go together. I've always wanted to share it with someone.
And now we're friendly. Nice.
Are you seeing anyone at the moment?
What, you mean a boyfriend? No, not right now. You applying for the position?
I mean...
Look at your face! You can't even come up with something to say. Listen, you don't look half bad, soldier. Won't take too much for me to cuddle up with you at night.
Awesome. Okay, remember, don't talk about her childhood. So, and as you can see, she's actually holding a mason shield. We'll be able to take her on our team in a bit. Now, this guy, if you don't remember, we had that merchant that we helped out. We saved him along with that merchant, Fiorello, and we did that mission to talk to the Master Connor guy, and we eavesdropped on him, and we heard that he used to train as a Technomancer. So he is a Technomancer. He just can't use the powers because it's tied into using your right arm to unleash all the electricity.
Hey. Hey, back.
He's also fucking floating above the ground. That's cool.
Should have remembered you. Back when we were kids, the world just revolved around you.
Really? How so?
I think it's this one.
You were quite the charmer. Everyone gravitated to you. Made me feel like I didn't even exist. I was just one of the many kids who dreamed of being your friend. Remember the feeling more than anything else.
Funny you remember that. Yeah, we were both kind of... Neither one of us really fit in. We were just outsiders in different ways. I tried to do too much, tried to make up for being different. You were just always yourself. You must have felt so alone, but you never made friends just to fill the loneliness. Never thought I'd see you again, Zachariah. Let alone ever have this conversation with you. I'm happy to have found you. Again. Even if it comes with all those bad memories.
Alright, awesome. So, I could spend like half an hour letting him talk to you and explain. I'll just tell you his background. Phobos is like the leader of the local... Ooh.
Can't go through
He's the leader of like the local refugee mutants that have escaped, and he's trying to find ways to set up their own sovereign society where mutants can just be mutants and not be second-class citizens. Because even in Noctis, they're tolerated, but they're still kind of like, they don't get their full rights. And as for Andrew, he used to be a Technomancer. He had an accident that actually caused him to lose his right arm, and because of that, he actually was expelled from the academy, and they landed him here in Noctis, where he was an apprentice for a merchant that treated him very badly for 10 years. But that's how he became a smuggler, and that's where he is right now. I think this guy's got a quest for me.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins. You came here to wash your soul?
I had something else in mind. I'm looking for some work. Would you happen to have anything for me?
It is the Shadow who has sent you. I am looking for new worship objects for my followers, and there are relics, benign traces of those who used to live in the canyons around the city, in the ruins of splendid cities. I would have gone there myself on my knees as if it were a holy pilgrimage, but that horrible place is teeming with disgusting creatures and ruthless thieves.
You want me to get the relics for you then? Alright, I'll see what I can do. Even though I have some doubts regarding those splendid cities, only a few dwellings there.
Alright. Now we got work. We're not going to do that right now. We're going to save that for a little later. And that will give us an opportunity to talk about something else. But there's one more merchant in the area that we can check with once I get down there. Yeah, check out this architecture here. So this reminds me a lot of like an Indian or some other Middle Eastern palace. I really like the relief work. I think it's really cool. Like I play a lot of RPGs and I really like the setting here. I mean, like we're on Mars. We're in this like crumbling junk city. It's really cool. I love the music. Love the merchant style. I mean, it's obviously got. I can see the influences.
This is beyond my skill level.
Nisha, you need to be more friendly with me so I don't have to keep doing this shit. But for now, things are good. I don't think this merchant has anything that we need to worry about, but I'll check anyway.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
Let's see. Well, we already have the sickle knife, so I'm not too concerned about that. And we don't want that because it would remove all the cooldown speed. We already have those gloves. And he doesn't really have anything. Okay, yeah, so he doesn't have shit. He doesn't have shit, man. You need to update your inventory, my friend, if you want to get more customers. And again, same case here as it was in Abundance. Most of these chests are either going to have health injections, focus injections, traps, or components, crafting components. And not necessarily even good crafting components. Just, you know, like random shit that you just find. So that's one of the big things I feel like this game was missing out. I feel like there should have been a lot less chests, but then have the chests actually have like good shit in it, not just like this random stuff that you find lying around. But anyway, maybe if they make a Technomancer 2, they'll consider that. We are going to enter the palace. And we actually... Well, let's bust open that chest real quick. Or I guess a locker. Look at that tree right there. Oh, there's actually stuff in here. A craftsman shirt and a welder's mask. We'll put the welder's mask on one of our companions.
Hey, you! Yes, you!
But we didn't really need that crafting jacket because we already had one. And this guy has another quest to offer us.
Hey there.
Hello, I'm Brett, and you are?
Zachariah.
A pleasure then, Zachariah. Are you a hunting enthusiast, a trapper, specialist in local species? Maybe a strong fellow like you might be a mixture of them all.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm none of those things.
Ah, well, my hope got the best of me. I've been looking for someone to aid in my studies. A shame. Sure you're not a hunter, or even someone who'd want to try his hand at it.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, of course, of course. You see, the focus of my study is the planet's fauna. All the insects and animals brought by the settlers that have since mutated, much like our own mutants, if not in a more spectacular way. Now, I've studied the most well-known of the creatures, of course, but I have heard of much more rare specimens, which I would go to any lengths to study. It would offer great insight into the animal mutations. Anyone can admire their beauty, but what we need is to understand how they came to be what they are. We need to study their anatomy, but they are, of course, rather dangerous.
So you need a hunter to find them and bring back your specimens. You might be able to help. What are you after?
Well, there is so much. There's a black mole and a shield toad. Also a locust I've named Locusta tempestatus, or more colorfully, a storm locust. It's been spotted in the tunnels beneath Ophir.
All right. So, that quest is actually we can't do it all at once, thank God. Instead, we're just gonna kind of find it as we move along through the city, and our other objectives will take us to the places where those things are, and we'll kill them. Here, we have our little side room, where we can drop stuff off, which is exactly what I'm gonna do before continuing on. So, let's drop off these things. Let's drop off, let's see, we're about to do like a lot of, which one? Do we want the craftsman? I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Light soldier's breastplate, soldier's helmet, the cadet jacket, soldier's greaves, Aurora Technomancer pants. Yeah, that's fine. Come back in a second. This is where we can rest, which we will do, but just not right now. Now that we've gotten all that preliminary stuff out of the way, we should meet with the Prince of Noctis and see what he has in store for us as the new refugees to his country, I guess.
Ah, and here comes the rare pearl, the diamond in the rough that my Nisha tells me about. Come, young man.
Zachariah Mancer. was a lieutenant in Abundance.
Then welcome to Noctis Labyrinthus, Zachariah Mancer, former lieutenant of Abundance. I am Dandolo, head of this fair city.
Legendary city of the merchants. Apparently less legend than I thought, or been told.
But hopefully as glorious as legends proclaim. Regardless, for all who come seeking asylum, it opens its arms to you and your companions. You are free to call it home. Like all who have come before you, you will honor our only request, that you make yourselves useful to our city. I'm sure your skills will place you in high demand. Noctis' first Technomancer. Exciting. You'll have all the help you need with Nisha and Lucky, who I believe you've met. We'll give you a room to get some rest. I hear your trip was quite eventful.
We've already been there.
There is something else. I would like to personally discuss my expectations of you. You hear? War between Abundance and Aurora's winding down. Aurora took Green Hope.
Just left Ophir a few hours ago and didn't hear anything about that.
That really surprise you? Your little censorship office probably hasn't decided what to do with the information yet. No. Don't look at me like that. You don't belong to Abundance anymore. The truce doesn't behoove us. During peace, the corporations become more suspicious of us and our business suffers. Our city could even be discovered, which would be catastrophic. In legend, it must remain.
What do you...
No, let me speak. Your welcome here comes at a price. I want you to attack an Aurora convoy. It's right up your alley.
And why would I do that?
I didn't finish. You will do it in Abundance uniforms, dissolving the truce. Do what you want with the soldiers, but let the civilians live. They need to be witnesses that will report back to Aurora.
So you keep the war going?
Precisely. And while you're at it, bring back the uniforms of the Aurora Technomancers you dispatch. I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road. Ah, another thing, much more trivial this time, I assure you. The rover you came in on, I'd like you to move it. Put it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. Just make sure it's not in the way in the canyon. I just don't want Ophir to stumble over the machine and, as a result, find the road that leads here.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Oh yes, one last thing. My spies gave me a little tidbit that might interest you. Right after your escape, the ASC arrested your Technomancer brothers. That's what you call them, right? From Ophir. Their fate's uncertain, but if I was you, I'd be worried for them. If you're worried enough to want to help them, maybe we can set up some sand sails to get you back.
And your help comes at what cost? Assuming it's not out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't be so bitter, Zachariah. Business is business, not personal. I just thought a few Technomancers on our side might be useful.
So, if you have any more questions about anything that he said, or you want to know anything else, he has a lot of information. I don't care, because I know all of it, and I'll be telling you the important stuff anyway. But, with all that said, this is a perfect opportunity for us to check out and start a new episode in the future. So, I will leave you for now. I am Twinkle Butt, and I hope you have a fantastic day.